friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Adanna, and on this channel we talk about all things stories and self-care. So books that we love, books that we want to read, authors that we love, and self-care. If you're interested in that sort of content, definitely subscribe so that you become part of the tribe, and also hit the notification bell so that you're notified of every single time that I upload. Also follow me on Instagram and Twitter, Adanna L. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's video. So today I am so excited to talk about the book that I just finished reading. Oh my God. So it's Gods of Jade and Shadow by Silvia Moreno-Garcia. Let me tell you, this is a good book. It's a historical fantasy that was published in 2019, and I love this book that I really wanted to do a review of it. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about a quick synopsis, what I liked about this, there wasn't anything I actually didn't like, and just who would I recommend this book for. So if you're interested, definitely stay tuned. This story follows Cassiopeia Toon, who grows up in rural Mexico in the 1920s jazz age. After her father dies, her mother is forced to return to go back to her native Mayan town of Ucumel in the Yucatan, where Cassiopeia grows up as sort of the poor relative and is essentially treated as like a servant in her wealthy grandfather's home. And her cousin Martin is especially cruel. Cassiopeia just dreams of a life far away from that dusty small town, and she wants it to be a life that she can call her own. So one day, while her family actually punishes her and leaves her in the home while they all go out and enjoy a really nice day at one of the cenotes, she is cleaning the house and she finds a box filled with a bunch of bones. And when she opens that box, she finds that those bones actually belong to the Mayan death god Hume Kame. And because she's the one that opened the box, she's the one that is now bound to him to help him in his quest to regain his throne as the rightful ruler of Xibalba, which is the underground. Their journey takes them through Mexico, all the way even to Baja California, and eventually to the Black Road of Xibalba, where Cassiopeia has to win a race to help Hun Kame regain his rightful throne as the leader of Xibalba. I really enjoyed this book. I just so happened to read this while I was vacationing in Tulum. And so while it is not necessarily related to Tulum specifically, it was just kind of cool to be able to be in Mexico and reading this story at the same time. I think it was a great beach read, a great light read, and it was really interesting to read about just Mexican folklore. I know that Mexico has a lot of holidays related to that underworld sort of thing, so there's like a lot of homage and respect given to that. So it was really cool to kind of read a lighthearted story about that. I think the author also did a really good job of describing and playing out the character development of the protagonists so that you knew them very well. But you also got a very good view into the antagonists and what were their motivators and what were their drivers. And in a way, you felt sort of endeared to them. You can understand their position, why they were antagonists. It was almost like someone had to be the bad guy, so it was them. So I really enjoyed kind of the character development in this particular book and how the author was able to paint a realistic picture of who people are and what motivates them and what drives them to do certain things, and did it in a way that humanized those antagonists so that you still felt a sort of connection with them. I also liked that although there was a element of romance in this book, I didn't know that before I started, but it was there. I didn't necessarily feel like it overpowered the story. I think it was a nice secondary element to the story. And so because it didn't overwhelm the overall story, I think that it was done tastefully and done in a way that I particularly liked. So all in all, if you like a sort of coming of age story where it involves Mexican folklore, I think that you'll like it. I don't know that there's anyone I would not recommend this book for. I think it was really interesting. I don't even know how to say it was interesting, but it was really interesting. I really enjoyed reading it. I enjoyed honestly being able to see the fact that like Cassiopeia, who is someone like me who loves to travel or loves to dream about, different destinations, actually got that opportunity to travel through Mexico and leave her small town and ended up in a larger city a city that she had only dreamed of. And I loved that fact. I loved, any time where we're talking about a character that has that opportunity to be able to grow through travel and grow through learning about who they are, and has like that moment they have to kind of buckle up and force themselves to get to that point of growth, which she was able to do through her journey of helping Hunkame. I love that. I love that. So in all, I would say it's a very cute, light read. It had a very happy ending, which, I mean, you love a happy ending. Even though life is not always happy, you love a happy ending. So I really enjoyed it, and I would definitely rate it really highly. I think I rated it about 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads just because it just made me smile. So if you like that sort of book, definitely read Gods of Jade and Shadow by Silvia Moreno-Garcia. All right, and so that is my review of Gods of Jade and Shadow by Silvia Moreno-Garcia. I hope that you liked and enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so that you aren't missing any of my uploads. If you have read this book, definitely leave me a comment down below. I would really enjoy reading some of your comments about what you thought. And if you haven't read this book, why haven't you? Let me know down below as well. All right, so that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.